What is good, everybody? It is Ered. Welcome to the last, like I said, of these post-recorded videos in the 32-man Regs Pittsburgh Steelers franchise. This week, I believe, week 14 matchup against the Giants, coming off a big win last week. And I gotta tell you, this might have been one of the greatest games I've ever been a part of. And you're not going to be able to tell from the beginning, but trust me, you're going to see, you'll see it in the title, one of the greatest fourth quarters ever, where both two teams who are, I think, high seeding. I think at this point we were still competing. And on the second play of the game, this should tell you what type of game it's going to be. Saquon Barkley, second play of the game, it goes 74 yards on us, and we are already down 7-0. But we get a chance on our next possession, 3rd and 13. We are calling, I believe, Sale as the play. 3-man rush, calm step up, and a nice little dot to Deontay Johnson. So we're around midfield, 2nd and 9. We're dropping back, 4-man rush this time, and instead we get sacked behind the chains yet again, knocking us out of, I think, field goal range too. So we end up having to give the ball back to our opponent. Then they get the ball, they run a little play action, they roll out, Daniel Jones makes a great throw on the run and takes it pretty much 1 yard outside of the red zone, and things are looking bad as we are in the second quarter. Then you got a little play action. Daniel Jones steps up, he scrambles, does not slide, and what do you know, we get a fumble. And that lucky fumble, that strip, definitely helped us because it put us in a position to not go down 2 scores. But yet again, we face another 3rd down. We're seeing man defense, so we call up a whip route. Robinson gets us across midfield. Huge conversion there, and we are finally starting to cook. Another 3rd and 8. We are dropping back. We see the 3-man rush. We're moving. Dot, and oh my goodness, that could have gotten picked, but and then a fumble happens on our end, and at this point, I'm like, we cannot get a break. And then, lo and behold, Booth Review saves us, and it gets overturned. So Deontay Johnson did bring us into the red zone on the 10-yard line. Next play, we run the stretch. Najee Harris, our guy, gets us in the red zone and makes it a 7-7 game. Then our opponent faces 3rd down and gets absolutely lit up by Minka Hyatt and gives us the ball back with 13 seconds before the 2-minute warning. So we are getting the ball back in the second half. So at this point, we are just trying to scheme, stay calm. So we step up. We see the linebacker come towards us. Deontay Johnson gets us on the 25. We're trying to control the clock here, wasting as much time as possible. So we hand the ball to Najee. He gains another 10 yards, and we're just trying to either get our opponent to use our timeout or score before the half ends. We give the ball to Najee again, who gains us, another 9. He is moving. And then we end up no huddling. We flip the play. And then on that very next play, managed to get in the end zone and make it a 14-7 game. So it's only 14-7 at this point, where it's not a crazy high-scoring game. But again, like I said, things get crazy. So we pick this up in the second half. We give a nice whip route to Freiermuth, who brings it across midfield and gets a nice gain. Kenny Pickett at this point is done pretty well. 2nd and inches. You know we got to run the ball. It wasn't Najee, but Jaylen Warren was having I'm not gonna lie, like a fake nice year, because every time we needed him, he did make a lot of good plays for us. 2nd and 10, Kenny does the thing that he is honestly underrated on our team for, scrambling, and gets us to a 1st and goal. We only end up getting 3 on that possession, but our opponent isn't going anywhere and throws it right at our user, crosses midfield. And at this point, their momentum is starting to pick up. Next play, right on the 50, they drop back. They throw a great throw. It's weird how his receiver came back, but honestly gets themselves in the red zone. And now on the 20-yard line, throws a corner route to Saquon Barkley. He gets tackled, and he's on the 4-yard line. And I believe this is the next play. And right before they go into the 4th quarter, X-Factor Saquon Barkley is honestly might be one of the greatest players ever. I'm not going to lie. So now it's only a 3-point game. We're in a 3rd and 18 situation. We are a little nervous calling for verts. We're patient, though. We step up, and like I said, Kenny Pickett manages to get us the 1st down. Then a couple plays later, we're around midfield. We're looking. He scrambles outside. We do a nice little playmaker. We get our feet squared. And Najee gets the ball, takes it around the 16-yard line. 3rd and inches. Like I said, Jaylen Warren, Mr. Underrated himself. Now, I want you guys to look at the score and look how much time is left right now. It is 24-14, and there's only 3 minutes left in the game. And if you're looking at the time on this video, there's still about like double left, right? So that should tell you everything you need to know. So my opponent throws a bubble, gives it to Wan'Dale Robinson. He takes it all the way down to the 30-yard line. And I'm like, oh my goodness, we just need one stop. No touchdown, just field goals are fine. We'll control the clock if we can. But our opponent basically does exactly what we do, gives the ball to Saquon. And what I say, X Factor Saquon is a absolute problem and makes it a 3-point game. So at this point, all we got to do is get a couple first downs, right? Right? Wrong. Look at that. Adoree Jackson on a late throw to the flats. Never be late on your mesh routes, guys, because we end up giving up the lead. And, we're like, you know what? It's fine. It's only one interception, right? It's 28-24. We'll be fine. It's no big deal. So 2:37, all our timeouts, we're fine. We've been scoring pretty well. We've been right. We step up. We throw it a circle, and oh my goodness, what a catch by the safety, Diggs, who makes a huge play. And now all my opponent needs to do is get one first down and run the clock out. But no, Saquon, X Factor Saquon, again gets in the end zone. It makes this a 2-possession game with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. At this point, I'm frustrated. But you know what? This team is built on resilience. This team is built on executing, right? So Allen Robinson catches the post, jukes, gets outside, scrambling, trying to get to the sideline to break the pursuit angle. And oh my goodness, before the 2-minute warning, we manage to get a 1st and goal, right? So we call stick route. We're doing some audible, some hot routes. We throw a slant and bow! Deontay Johnson makes it a 5-point game, so we have to go for the 2-point conversion. And what do you know? Freiermuth gets a nice dot over the middle and makes it only a field goal game. We have all our timeouts. 3rd and 7, our opponent, we were being cautious with our timeouts. So on 3rd and 7, I'm assuming it's going to be a pass, so I'm ready. Hoping we can save a timeout if we can force the incompletion. But oh my goodness, he throws it right at us. 3 timeouts, 40 seconds left. Opportunity to win the game. All we need is a first. We get to a 3rd and 1. We see man defense. Freiermuth is open, and oh my goodness. The oversailed throw means that we have to take our 3, but this game is certainly not over yet. We have to make this field goal, right? Yes, we do. Right down the middle it goes, and that prompts us to go into overtime. So what a game it's been. I mean, what? It was 24 to 14, so that's 21 plus 14. That's like 35 points scored. I mean, that was dumb. It's 39 points. I should have just scored in the 4th quarter. Anyways, we win the coin toss. It's overtime. We get the ball first. So a touchdown automatically wins it. Field goal does not. We face our first 3rd and 5 on the possession. We are dropping back. 3-man rush. Overloaded though. Thibodeau comes in and we have to punt the ball away. Our opponent's offense has been as prolific. I mean, as both of ours have been in the 4th quarter. So I'm nervous. So 2nd 11, they run a screen pass. Saquon is uncovered. But oh my goodness, a flag pops up and holding is what was on the play and makes it a 2nd and 20. But our opponent, I mean, honestly, the way they stayed calm in this one was incredible. Throws a bubble route and gets basically a big chunk of those yards back to make it a more manageable 3rd and 10. So we're, again, expecting a pass here, dropping back, trying to cover what we can. And Highsmith makes a great play. And oh my goodness, all we need is a field goal to win, man. So on this play, we're calling 5 wide, right? We see Pickens, it's uncovered. We think we can throw seam. We see the slant open, and oh my God, that was one of the greatest users I have ever seen against me. How do you go from the seam to the slant? And it was so seamless. He took both away with one player, and that's what the user can do. The very next play, I mean, you could see it at my heart. The Steelers' hearts was out of it. Throws a corner out, gets the touchdown, and the Giants beat the Steelers in an absolute thriller. GG's to our opponent. That was a tough loss, but what a game. Honestly, I remember my hands were shaking. That's how much adrenaline was there. I mean, tough to lose, but definitely a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, do all those good things. Like, comment, share, subscribe, as they are greatly appreciated. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.